I want to start off by saying that you can be anything that you want to be, especially on Facebook. You can be any corporation that you want to be. This is on Black Friday a few years ago. It was always crazy. Some companies were starting to make their employees come in on Thanksgiving. They started moving Black Friday up to Thanksgiving. And then other stores, they decided they were going to stay closed on Thanksgiving so their employees could have the time off. Like TJ Maxx was one of those stores that stayed closed. And I was on their Facebook page and I saw someone wrote them like a negative message about this. Like this person, Trey, is like, boo, you should be open tomorrow. It's just another day. So I made a Facebook page that looks just like TJ Maxx and said, we'll be open for Thanksgiving, but only if your house is too. He's like, I'm reporting who made this rude TJ Maxx comment to me. We would read the report, but unfortunately we are still closed. And that made Trey angry. All right, now this is the Macy's Day Parade. This is the same year. On the Macy's Day Parade, it featured a kiss between two women, and they aired it on TV. Now this is the same Trey that we just saw writing to TJ Maxx, writing to Macy's now, saying being G... is unnatural and not okay. It's okay to be gay, and it's okay to be Trey. Love yourself. It'll all be okay. Trey, we're still closed. He's like, Macy's and TJ Maxx are related? We're gay lovers. This is a brand of pimento cheese that Costco was carrying this cheese until the owner of the pimento cheese said hateful things about Black Lives Matter. So then Costco stopped selling this brand of cheese. This is someone writing to Costco saying that they're going to boycott them now because they did this. So I responded as Costco and said, well, we're sorry to hear you're boycotting us. We hope you have a better experience with Kraft, Philadelphia, Cabot, and the many other cheeses. And they wrote back and said they've been a loyal customer for over 20 years. And then Cabot's Cheese commented and said, we don't want your business. Please make your own cheese. Oh my, it looks like you're down to just Kraft in Philadelphia. Kraft's like, we'll pass. Philadelphia's like, yeah, I think we're all set. Hold on, we'll get there. We'll get there. This is a news station in Fox 2 Detroit. They shared an article about the NBA players that boycotted a game to protest racial injustice. Here's a comment on that post from someone named Paul saying, who cares? In all caps. So I responded as the Detroit Police Department and said, we care, and now you have a warrant out. Good luck. He's like, I have a warrant? For what? Just because I said, who cares? I'll email Chief Craig and see what he says. Chief Craig's like, you're going to jail, Paul. You may remember this happened a few years ago. I guess IHOP ran a promotion that they were going to change their name to IHOP, and they told everyone it was going to be permanent, but it was just a promotional stunt that lasted only like a month. But they ran a contest and asked people to guess what the B stood for, and people all assumed, yeah, it's breakfast. It's International House of Breakfast. Then IHOP came out and said, no, it's actually burgers, and people lost their minds over this. They're writing to IHOP. This person, Dwayne's like, fire your CEO immediately. This name change is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. And Waffle House is like, we think it's the right decision. If you need a cigarette, talk to your server. You want some fucking waffles or what? People were really shitting on IHOP about this. This is the actual Wendy's saying, can't wait to try a burger from the place that decided pancakes were too hard. So I felt like someone needed to stick up for IHOP. So I made my own IHOP Facebook page and said, if you have a problem with us changing our name, then the B is for balls, and you can suck ours. As you can see, this is a very successful post. Perhaps one of the greatest in IHOP social media history. People wrote on IHOP's page, this person said, I heard Denny's management and staff celebrating all day, and now they're out of meth. Celebration over. I'm like, what are you, 16 years old? That's the least professional answer possible from someone supposedly representing IHOP. Our family will never dine at IHOP again. That's because your family will be dining at IHOP. You could be any pastor that you want to be. This is megachurch pastor Joel Osteen. One of the richest pastors in the world, also doesn't ever help anybody out at all. Keeps all his money. He has a huge house. He preaches in front of a giant globe. He has tons of people watch him on TV. He has a huge following on Facebook, and people write to him like this person who said they're requesting prayer for their marriage. So I made my own Joel Osteen Ministries Facebook page. And I responded and said, unfortunately, your Joel Osteen prayer request account has not been activated. In order to activate your account, you'll need to add a monthly donation of $24.99. That gets you access to 3 prayer requests per month. I went on to explain the Platinum Prayer Request membership. That's 10 per month, $49.99, and you can see him perform at your local arena. Someone screenshotted this and started passing it around so much that the actual Joel Osteen had to put the fake stamp on it. And then his church put the fake stamp on it. Snopes even picked it up. False. So I had to make my own Snopes page. True. You could be any city that you want to be. I used to live in Atlanta, Georgia. When I was there, I racked up a lot of parking and traffic tickets. Before I moved, I went to court, and I had to pay all my fines. So that same day, I went home, and I made a Facebook page called City of Atlanta. And I used the city seal, the City of Atlanta's seal. And I started making announcements, like, we've removed the speed limit signs because no one was really paying attention to them. If you aren't sure how fast to go, just feel it out. And we're shutting down a bunch of roads today. We can't tell you which ones, but you'll figure it out when your day is ruined. Fuck it, just pee wherever you want. And this made the news in Atlanta. And the actual city of Atlanta, they gave a statement to the news saying I wasn't authorized to use the city trademark, and they're working with Facebook to take it down. So then the news, they asked me if I had a response to that statement. And I said yes, and they aired this on the news. I said I will remove the logo from the page and discontinue posting as City of Atlanta in exchange for the following. All of my parking and traffic tickets are absolved. $60 cash, 2 free rides on the trolley. You could be any witness that you want to be. I started doing comedy in Ohio when I first started. My friends and I, you're always a broke person as a comedian, looking for ways to make money. Well, my one friend told me about this thing where you can sue somebody on court television, and the court show actually pays whoever wins, and it doesn't go on anybody's record. So we started just making up cases to sue each other, and then just split the money and make sure the plaintiff wins. I was a witness on Judge Alex. My team won, and I'm glad we won because I needed the money at the time.
Man, Man, I'm just glad we got this money. I needed the money so bad. I'm broke. I have like 3 frozen hamburgers at home. I can't afford to buy toothpaste.
You could be any plaintiff that you want to be. I was on Judge Joe Brown as a plaintiff. You can be any defendant that you want to be. I was on Judge Alex again as a defendant. I went a few years later. I used my middle name to slip past the producers. And this one I played a promoter. I was supposed to promote my friend's Battle of the Beards contest, and I kind of just blew him off and didn't do anything. And when I got to court, I really didn't have much of a defense at all either. And Judge Alex was not impressed with me.
To me, I just think communication was failed.
Communication was failed?
I agree.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I just think it was just a misunderstanding, and I don't understand why it's got to be like this.
How much weed do you smoke?
All right. You could be any journalist that you want to be. This is a company called Monat. They're a multi-level marketing company, aka a pyramid scheme, where the only people who make money that work for them are the people at the top of the pyramid, all the executives. Everyone else just ends up wasting a bunch of time or losing money, actually. In addition to being one of these companies, they're also been known for making people lose their hair. Yeah, they have like skin products that were making people lose their hair. So I emailed them and pretended to be a reporter from a newspaper I made up called the Coloradoan Times. Signed, my name is Jackie Jones. I emailed them a meme I made of their CEO. I photoshopped him bald and said, if you like the Vin Diesel look, you should try our hair products because they'll make you bald. They wrote back and said, it's absolutely, unequivocally not from their CEO. So I said, okay, we'll make note that he didn't say anything about Vin Diesel. However, we do have something Vin Diesel said about him. I said, we can share that with you too before we run our story. They're like, yes, we absolutely want to see that story and quote before you run it. So I was like, okay, yes, this is directly from Vin's reps. I've relied on Monat to keep me bald for years. So after this email, the next email I got was from their lawyers. And they sent me a multi-page demand letter. It mentioned Vin Diesel like 6 times. And they said that you can tell it's not their CEO by a simple Google search. They said if Jackie or the Coloradoan Times publishes this, they'll take swift legal action. And then they gave me a deadline to confirm that I won't publish this. And then they said if you have any questions or want to address this issue further, please contact us or have your attorney do so. So I had my attorney do so. I wrote them and said, on January 28th, 2021, you threatened to take swift legal action. I'm reaching out to inform you that if you take any legal action against Jackie or the Coloradoan Times, even just a tiny hair of legal action, I'll respond by photoshopping every Monat executive bald. These photos will be posted on the internet and made easily accessible by a simple Google search. In addition, I'll get in touch with every bald celebrity to ask them if they'd be interested in promoting Monat, and that list includes, but is not limited to, Pitbull, Charles Barkley, Samuel L. Jackson, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Larry David, Seal, Terry Crews, and the Dalai Lama. You have until Friday, January 29th, 2021 at 8:59 a.m. Mountain Standard Time to read this email. That time has already passed. If you have any questions or wish to address this issue further, please do not hesitate to contact a Jones. Sincerely, Jackie Jones. Jones, Jones & Jones, LLC, attorneys at law. You mess with Jones, you get the Jones. So I shared this online, and someone saw it, I guess, and then they sent me a link to a Zoom party that all of the executives, all the people at the top of the pyramid at Monat were having together. So I joined as Trey Angle. And it got a little awkward in there.
And I see one face I don't recognize. Who is Mr. Angle?
Hey, I'm Trey.
And they removed Trey from the meeting. So I tried rejoining. I changed my name really quick and tried to rejoin, and they let me back in. So I was able to say,
You mess with the Jones? You get the Jones.
you could be anything. You know, it's crazy. I've been doing comedy actually 14 years ago. Around 14 years ago, I started doing stand-up comedy. And then, yeah, thanks. Then I started pretending to be other people, all these things. And I've always wanted to be a professional stand-up comedian. That was the thing I wanted to be the most. So by pretending to be all these things, eventually I think I did become the thing I wanted to be most. And that's because all of you are here. Yeah. Thank you. You validated me. I made it. I
don't know. Do you know how procreation works, right?
No.
You know that there's like a million sperm that go swimming towards that one egg, competing to see which one can fertilize that egg?
Yeah.
I am
made it.
amazed that yours won.
Yeah.
All right, that was the main part of the show. I have some other stuff I didn't know where to put in that part. It's just kind of a bunch of random shit. And you know, this is being recorded. I'm going to put it out there. So I thought maybe we could play a game. You could help me whether or not I keep it in or get rid of it. We'll play a game. Does that sound good? Play keep it or leave it. How about that? Does that sound good? So if you like it, yell keep it. And then if not, I'll figure it out. Sound good? All right, so let's see. Here we go. Here are the deleted scenes. This is a Facebook group. This is way before coronavirus even existed. Well, before coronavirus was like a huge thing. Anyways, anti-vaxxers, they congregated in these groups like this one, Vaccines, the Harmful and Deadly Truth. So I tried to join that Facebook group with my fake profile, Rob Burlap. And then once they let Rob Burlap into the group, I changed his name to Measles. What do we think about that one? Okay, here's a post in the group. Someone's like, thinking about only allowing my daughter to have a few vaccines, the ones that protect against tetanus, meningitis, and polio. Whew, that was a close one. What do you like that? All right. This is a Disney Plus animated short that featured a gay character and storyline. When this came out, someone commented and said, well, it looks like it's time to cancel my free trial. We're sorry to hear we'll be losing your $0 per month. All right, here's another one. This is a news post about the Hallmark channel. Someone's like, Hallmark has become like the rest of the Hollywood garbage. Go fuck yourself this Christmas. Keep it. All right. Here's a post about Applebee's $5 margaritas. Someone named Trey's like, who still goes to Applebee's? Your wife and another man last night. Another Trey, by the way. You noticed? This is a neighborhood group that I joined. Sometimes I go in neighborhood groups where I don't live just to see what's going on in there. And in this one, they're having an issue with a skunk, right? So I saw someone said, did we just hear gunshots? Someone said, yeah, it's the skunk. So I posted in the group and said, I was the one who shot the skunk. Some guy named Bill commented and said, what street? So I don't live there. I had to find a street name to give him. And I saw someone else in another post in the group saying they lived on Buck Run. So I said, I hit him with a buckshot on Buck Run. Were you interested in buying the meat? He's like, no thanks, just hoping it was the one at my house. Oh, I can get the one at your house too for a price. Just say a number and it will be done. I'll get him, but thanks. Oh no, don't worry about it. I'll head over in a bit. I just need to finish watching Wheel of Fortune. He's like, I haven't seen or smelled him since I got back from hunting. They like to go rogue when they know we're onto them. That could be his final move before he tries to enter the home. I'll head over shortly. Hey, are you home? Sleeping. How are you typing then? I'm on my way to take care of the skunk. It's not here tonight. Oh, it's always there tonight. Gotta keep the skunk in there, right? Yeah? All right. This is another random Facebook group I tried to join called Kids Backing the Blue. They did not let me in this group, but they messaged me and said they have some questions they want to ask me first before they let me in. So I said, sure, I'm happy to answer. He's like, how did you hear about Kids Backing the Blue? I said, my son wanted to back the blue. He's like, okay, cool, but how did you hear about Kids Backing the Blue? I said, okay, cool, my son wanted to back the blue. He's like, I think that's awesome, sir, but how did you hear about the group? I said, I heard about it, my son did. He said, okay, how did he hear about it? Who? So can I join? How did your son hear about the group? Oh, sorry about that. Yes, my son. He heard about the group. How did he hear about it? Who? Have a good night. Who, me or my son? What do you think about that one? You like that one? All right. There's another Facebook group I was in called Parents Against Critical Race Theory. Someone posted in this group and said that their daughter was watching Nickelodeon, and a music video called Celebrate Black Sunshine came on, and it said, her daughter said it made her feel like she wasn't good enough because she's not that skin color. And then she said, this is heartbreaking to hear as a mother. Is this the application of critical race theory through commercials? So I responded and said, my son was watching Peppa Pig, and Peppa was thinking about how happy she is being a pig, and my son felt excluded because he isn't a girl or a pig or pink and doesn't have his own TV show on Nickelodeon. I turned it off and we watched Days of Our Lives instead. Someone's like, good job, Mama. We have to protect our children. Then Days of Our Lives came on, and he said it made him feel like he wasn't good enough because he's never had any dark secrets or been in a love triangle. What do you think about that one? You like that one? All right. Let's see what else we got. This is during Prime Day, Amazon. I commented as Amazon under an actual Amazon post. Folks, we're coming to you with our hat on our hearts. Please support Amazon Prime Day so Jeff Bezos can make it to space. They made a Google ad that says, help save Jeff Bezos. He's a little short on cash and may not make it to space. Please, it's very important to him that he sees space. Donate today to make his dreams come true. Someone's like, Prime Day is just so Bezos can go to space? All proceeds go to Jeff so he can visit space, yes. Thank you. This is before I started pretending to be corporations. One day I was on a Facebook page called Warbington Farms, and they had pictures of cows. So I wrote to them and I asked if they host cow milkings. And they said, no, we don't have any dairy cows, only beef cows. I said, so the cows don't have milk? They said, yes, cows are mammals, so they have milk, but we do not milk them. And then my friend Phil commented, and he said, they just kill them. And it got one like. I was like, I wonder who liked that. It was Warbington Farms. What do you think about that one? That's a strange one, isn't it? It's an old classic. So I had a City of Atlanta Facebook page for several years, and during having this Facebook page, the Super Bowl came to Atlanta. And during the Super Bowl, Pepsi was advertising all over Atlanta, which is weird because Atlanta is the home of Coca-Cola. It was invented there, and they have a museum about it. And so I said, we're working with officials to have these signs removed. Pepsi has no place in Atlanta. And someone messaged the page, said, ever heard of the First Amendment or maybe even capitalism, Atlanta? You may believe Coke is better, but Pepsi has every right to advertise in your arrogant city. We do not negotiate with terrorists. I used to live in Los Angeles too. I had a City of Los Angeles Facebook page. I had that for a while. I was there during the beginning of the pandemic when everyone stayed at home, and so the roads emptied out. And then people in LA were flying down the empty streets. So I said, we understand you're enjoying the empty roads, but we need you to slow the fuck down. Melissa's like, somebody's getting fired. Probably not. Does the city handbook allow for city employees to use profanity? Hell yeah. Keep those city ones in there? All right. This is after Trump got elected. Ben & Jerry's came out with an ice cream called Resist. Ken wrote to them and said, gross pieces of shit. If you're suggesting a new topping to go on our ice cream, we're going to have to decline. Thank you, Ken. He's like, no, I'm suggesting you go fuck yourself. Sorry, that's not a flavor, Ken. This is a Black Lives Matter pin that Delta flight attendants were wearing. And this is someone who wrote to Delta saying that this new BLM pin policy, they're going to boycott them because of this. Notice you said BLM, which I noticed was a pattern when I responded to all these people that don't like Black Lives Matter. They always shorten it to BLM. So I responded as Delta and said, we're sorry to hear you find the Bureau of Land Management so controversial. She's like, what are you talking about? Did you read my post? I'm like, yes, we're troubled to hear you find the Bureau of Land Management so controversial. And we just kept going for a while here. Just comment after comment. She's like, I won't shut up just because you're making fun of me. Man, we promise we're not making fun of you. We just want to understand why you'd feel so strongly against the Bureau of Land Management. Why do you hate us so much, Sherry? What do you think about that one? We're good. All right. We'll keep it. There I am. Yes, as Wyatt Chambers. I was living in Los Angeles. They hire actors, paid actors, to just act out court shows on some of these court shows. I was hired as a hockey player that injured somebody during a hockey match. I had one line at the end.
I know you meant to injure me on purpose. You should have had to pay.
Hey, buddy, toughen up.
That was my big line. That show gave me an idea because I tried to go on another show called The Mediator with Ice-T. So I just copied that show actually and just changed it to basketball because me and my friends played basketball together. Here I am on Ice-T's show. It's Phil Palmer once again. Ice-T ruled in my favor.
You just can't play basketball in flip-flops.
That's right. So that's my friend Kyle saying that I injured him because I was playing too rough. My defense was that he injured himself because he was playing in slides. And I won, and so that's why Ice-T said,
you just can't play basketball in
fucking
flip-flops.
Yeah. There's SpaceX. I emailed SpaceX a meme I made of Elon Musk that says we can use the rocks on Mars to feed starving people. And I signed my name as Jackie Jones with a newspaper I made up called the Coloradoan Times. And they wrote back and said they're not familiar with the Coloradoan Times, and they asked for the source of the graphic in the quote. So I said, we're a newspaper based out of Colorado that covers hard-hitting topics and groundbreaking stories. The source of the quote is Elon Musk. Thank you for confirmation. They're like, asking you for the source is no way confirming the legitimacy of it. And they said, can you provide more information? And they said, the Coloradoan Times is not found on the internet. No one there is familiar with it. So I wrote back and said, apologies, since the meme said Elon Musk, I thought it was implied that the quote was from Elon Musk. I didn't hear anything from you stating it was not from Elon Musk, so the meme gained further authenticity with your reply. And I'd like to point out that at one time, no one had ever heard of SpaceX either. However, it's now a multi-billion-dollar company with a mission to feed people Mars rocks. They wrote back, and they shared a link. They said it's not Elon Musk that said that. They shared a link to their mission statement on their website, which has a quote from him saying he can't think of anything more exciting than going out there and being among the stars. So I said, that's strange. You said it's not an actual quote from Elon, because when I click the link you sent me, I get this. We can use the rocks on Mars to feed starving people. All right, we'll see about that one, all right? This actual past Black Friday, I made a fake news headline that says Walmart to close its doors on Black Friday. Because I thought it would be a good idea. It would be nice for the employees to have the day off on Black Friday because it's always super chaotic. Then I emailed that to Walmart, and I signed my name as Courtney with the Coloradoan Times. And they wrote back, and they said they wanted to talk to me on the phone about this. And I was like, oh, shit, I usually don't like talking to people on the phone, but fuck it, I'll talk. So this is me and the director of the press office at Walmart.
So Walmart will be open on Black Friday.
Exactly, as I sent you our operating hours.
What are the chances that Walmart does close on Black Friday?
We will not be closed on Black Friday.
So like 0, no chance.
We're going to leave it at this. Walmart has every intention of all 5,000 of its stores being open on Black Friday.
Could you ask, the CEO was Doug? Could you ask Doug? Because there's people asking.
No, we're not going to ask Doug.
You can't ask Doug.
No.
You could just say, can we close? Is it cool if we close on Black Friday this year? Just this year. To start.
I'm sorry. Is this a prank call?
No.
Okay, no, we're not going to be closed on Black Friday. And the persistence of the question, after I've explained to you where the article came from, is a little unusual. And you want me to go to Doug and ask if we're going to close the store on Black Friday?
Well, just because some people have been asking. I think it would be good, just because Black Friday is a little stressful for employees.
We are not taking that question to Doug McMillan, I'm sorry. Barring something completely unforeseen or just completely outrageous, all 5,000 of our stores are going to be open on Black Friday.
Wouldn't a mob of people be outrageous? When a whole bunch of people just run through the doors, wouldn't that be considered outrageous?
I'm really surprised by this line of questioning. We take every precaution to make sure our associates and customers are safe throughout the entire experience.
Okay. Does that include mental health or just physical not being trampled kind of thing?
I'm going to have to ask again. Is this a prank call?
Absolutely not.
I like how he's like, is this a prank call? I'm like, no. He's like, okay, let's continue the conversation. This is on Target's Facebook page. This happened a little while back. Target changed their bathroom dressing policy so that transgender people could use the restroom that corresponded with their gender identity. And it was like a huge issue. People were writing to Target. Like this person, Lane, said, Target has been my favorite store ever, but now I will not go into any Target store until they change the bathroom dressing policy back to the common sense one. I do not hate anyone, but this new policy is dangerous because it'll allow pedophiles to enter these areas. Target, please just make a bathroom for the transgender people, along with one for men and one for women. That way we're showing love to all people. Thank you. And the pedophiles are like, we're going to enter these areas regardless of what the bathroom policy is. Keep that in there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. This was an amazing time. Thank you. That was it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.